Apple has just released the iPhone 14 series at their latest Apple event, and with that, they've officially revealed the iOS 16 update, which was the most anticipated iOS update after the iOS 11 update in 2017. The update is packed with a bunch of new features, which we'll be covering in today's video. So stick around to the very end as we discuss whether you should update your iPhone to the latest iOS 16 or not. So without any further delay, let's get straight into the features of iOS 16. Number 1. Customizable lock screen. So the first thing you'll notice when you upgrade your iPhone to the latest iOS 16 is an all-new lock screen design. Apple went all in with the lock screen redesign and has completely changed it from the lock screen we had on the iOS 15. Now the difference between iOS 15 and 16 is so massive that you can easily recognize which one is which. Now with iOS 16, you can now add widgets to your lock screen and customize them according to your liking. Just like the home screen, you have a separate widget gallery from which you can choose any widget of your choice. You can now add a battery indication widget on your lock screen, which shows you how much battery you have on your other Apple devices, such as your Apple Watch or AirPods. Apart from that, you can also add weather, fitness, reminders, and stock widgets according to your choice. The lock screen customization doesn't end here, as you can now adjust the lock screen according to your liking. When you unlock the screen and hold it for a while, you can see multiple screen options which you can choose from. Now if you don't like the default themes, don't worry, because you can add your own screen by simply pressing the plus button on the bottom. Now this will open a new window where you have access to multiple galleries, such as weather and astronomy, emoji collections, and colors. Now these galleries have brand new themes and wallpapers to choose from, which look fresh and futuristic on your phone. Now if you want to add your own wallpaper from the gallery, then you can also do that and customize it according to your own liking. You can also change the style of how your wallpaper displays on the screen. If you've uploaded a picture of yourself, then you can manipulate it in such a way that it overlaps the time clock. You can also add an instant filter on your images to give them a pop. You now also have the option to add multiple gallery images on shuffle, which will shuffle according to your own preference. Now since we're on the topic of customizing, then let's not forget the new lock screen font customization feature Apple has launched with the iOS 16. Unlike previous iOS updates which had a fixed font on the lock screen, with iOS 16 you can now customize your font according to your own liking. You can choose from a variety of different fonts from customization and can manipulate their fonts according to your own personal preference. This feature alone gives iOS 16 the distinctive look it possesses. The focus mode on iOS 16 has also been optimized. By changing the lock screen, you can also set different focus modes according to your own use. For example, if you've created a lock screen profile for your work, you can set the focus mode to work, which will snooze all calls and notifications except the ones related to your work. Similarly, when you're at home, you can set the lock screen profile to personal, which will snooze all calls from your work. Now these can be changed from the control center as well, but changing it through the lock screen seems more convenient. With iOS 16, you will now be able to customize how your lock screen looks according to your own personal preference. You can add multiple pictures to your screen in Shuffle, and can change the fonts and themes according to your preference. Just like iOS 15 had widgets for the home screen, iOS 16 will have new widgets for the lock screens. Just like every year, Apple will be launching new wallpapers in iOS 16 with new and improved live wallpapers. Lastly, the notifications are now stacked in order of preference, and they now appear from the bottom instead of the top. Number 2. Recently deleted messages. Recently deleted is an iOS feature that was common in the iPhone photos, which has now been introduced in the messages. With this feature, you can now easily recover your deleted messages very easily. It's so easy, I said it twice. This feature is also a small addition, but can also save you in a lot of situations. Number 3. Visual Lookup. One of the most interesting features of iOS 16 is the Visual Lookup feature in the Photos app. While you're in your gallery, you can simply hold the subject in a picture, and the software can easily separate it from the background, allowing you to copy, save, and send it to someone as an emoji. This feature works like magic and makes using the iPhone a bit more fun. Number 4. Live text and videos. With iOS 16, live text is now available in videos as well. Now to extract the text from a video, you can simply pause the video and hold on the text that you want to copy. The software will automatically analyze the text and will allow you to effortlessly copy it. Apart from that, you can now easily translate text on images or videos right from the Photos app. All you have to do is simply hold the text on the image and hover it to translate. The software will translate the text into your language of choice. Number 5. iCloud photo sharing and duplicate photos. iOS now enables you to share photographs and videos from your iPhone to your friends and family through the iCloud photo sharing feature. This means that the images or videos you add to the iCloud sharing album, anyone added can make changes or even add pictures to this album. In Photos, Apple has also introduced a new album of duplicate photos which organizes similar pictures which you can delete from there. Number 6. Mail. The Mail app in iOS 16 has also been refined with some additional features. Just like Messages, you can now easily unsend an email by simply clicking on the Undo Send button inside the app. Moreover, you can also schedule emails prior to sending them, so that while you're busy or asleep, the app can send the email on your behalf. Number 7. Safety Check. Apple has improved their world-famous security with iOS 16 by adding a new feature called the Safety Check. With Safety Check, you can manage the files or data that you're sharing with your family or friends. This allows you to check at once which data that you're sharing with your iCloud members and manage the options. This also allows you to manage the devices that you're logged into. With the emergency reset feature in Safety Check, you can also instantly log out of multiple devices all at once. Number 8. Passkey. Another key feature of iOS 16 is the introduction of Passkey. Now, rather than creating a traditional password that can be easily guessed or leaked, a passkey is a unique credential stored locally on your device that requires biometric authentication to be accessed. Since these keys are not visible to the user, it's more difficult for attackers to gain access to them. Number 9. Shared tabs in Safari. iOS 16 allows you to group and share Safari tabs to your friends, family, or colleagues. The participants can view and edit tabs for others to view. Now, this feature is really helpful for those people who are collaborating to research or plan. You can also group the tabs according to your preference and save them for easier access. Number 10. Apple Pay. Apple Pay has also been upgraded. With the Apple Pay's new Apple Pay Later feature, you can now pay for your purchases in 4 simple installments. Apple has also introduced Apple Pay order tracking with iOS 16, which allows users to receive detailed receipts and order tracking information in Wallet for Apple Pay purchases with participating merchants. Well, these were all the key features that you can enjoy if you've updated to iOS 16. But before you get all excited, let's discuss which iPhones are compatible with iOS 16 and on which devices we would recommend installing it. Unfortunately, for iPhone 7 Plus and older iPhones, iOS 16 is not compatible, and if you have one, then you'll most likely not receive any iOS update at all. Whereas the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, 10, 10R, 10S, and 10S Max are compatible with iOS 16. But there's a catch. From certain tests, we've analyzed that these models, when updated to iOS 16, lose their battery performance. But if the battery doesn't concern you, then you can freely install it on your devices. Now, iOS 16 would work smoothly on the iPhone 11, 12, and 13 lineup. So if you own one of these devices, then you should install them right away. Well guys, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video on TechWave. Now if you did, please consider giving this video a like and subscribe to this channel for more tech-savvy videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.